Lucy Sanderson didn't believe in aliens. Not really. Not in the little green men with blinking antennae. Nor bug-eyed space invaders you saw in Saturday morning cartoons, at least. She believed in deadlines, in the unforgiving tick of the kitchen clock, and the way her heart thudded every time Ms. Carter called for her homework. If she had a superpower, it would probably be the ability to instantly find misplaced things at the exact moment she needed them. Most especially her math worksheet, which was now, quite possibly, lost somewhere under the mountain of comics, tissues, crisp wrappers, dirty underwear, rubbish that missed the bin, and other unmentionable things she called her floor. Her mother swore she was a boy masquerading as her daughter. Her room was that untidy. But this morning, as she watched rain slide down her window in slanted silver streaks, Lucy knew she was out of time and out of luck. She couldn't even conjure up a halfway believable excuse for why she hadn't done her homework. Her mind whirred through the classics. My dog ate it. No, that wouldn't work. She never had a dog. The washing machine ate it. Maybe two on the nose. That one, she had used it before, and I left it on the bus. No one would buy that. In a moment of pure panic, as Ms. Carter's shadow loomed larger down the hall and entered into the classroom. Lucy, where is your homework, girl? That was due in yesterday. It was not handed in, I see. Yet again, Lucy blurted out the most absurd thing that appeared in her brain, then spouted from her lips. Aliens ate my homework, Miss Carter. Swear on my grandmother's Christmas pudding recipe. She had no idea where that had come from, but it was out there now. She couldn't take it back. The classroom erupted in a mixture of laughter and boos. A red-headed boy near the back did a pretty good imitation of a UFO, complete with sound effects. Even Miss Carter's lips twitched slightly, though she managed to smooth her face into something resembling disappointment, tinged with annoyance and a frown. Lucy, she said, voice slow and deliberate, that's a new one on me. I hope the aliens found it nutritious. See me after school in my room, please. That is, if you can spare the time. Tell Spock you will beam up later. Lucy wilted into her seat, cheeks burning with embarrassment. The laughter continued, even as the lesson dragged on. She could feel the judgment from every corner of the room she had been to. Crazy for her own good, but she still had no idea where that excuse, no, it had been a statement, had come from. It was not planned. That night, long after the house had gone to sleep, that Lucy's words came back to haunt her. Something prickled at her brain, waking her. The rain had stopped now, but the world outside still glistened, cool and slick under the glare of the porch light. Lucy lay in her bed, one foot tangled in her sheets, the other pressed hard against the wall, listening to the soft hum of the ancient router clicking its tired song. She started scrolling through videos, anything, to drown out the memory of her embarrassment. When her bedroom suddenly filled with a shimmering green light, she sat bolt upright, the phone slipping from her grasp. At first, she thought she was dreaming. But then she saw them, 3 silhouettes, strange and spindly, outlined against the window. Her heart punched her ribs so hard she almost cried out in pain, but something stopped her dead in her tracks. The window eased open slightly and silently, as if a gentle wind had decided to let itself in. The light intensified, pulsing gently, and with a soft thud, a piece of paper floated across the room, her math worksheet. The name Lucy Sanderson scrawled at the top in her own handwriting. A globular head with too many eyes peered inside. Another entity hovered beside it, clutching a device that looked suspiciously like her TV remote taped to a salad spinner. The third, smaller than the rest, all pink and ugly, squinted at her, its entire face crumpling in a look of apology. Is this a bad time? The smallest one said, its voice somewhere between a frog's croak and a musical triangle. Lucy stared, mouth working uselessly, her brain scrambling for logic that would make this make sense. You're not real. I must be asleep. The tallest alien adjusted what looked like a fanny pack made of glowing noodles and shook its head. Negative. You are experiencing an event of moderate significance, it announced, as if reading from a script. We regret the ingestion of your scholarly artifact. Blorp here is a collector. The small one Blorp apparently stepped forward, wringing its three-fingered hands. Sorry about your homework, it said, producing the wrinkled worksheet from behind its back. It looked important. I thought it was a form of Earth currency. Lucy's mouth finally found some words. It's not currency. It's algebra. My teacher's going to kill me. What do you even want? The middle alien, who was wearing two left sneakers and a baseball cap that said, I love sprouts dipped in honey, fished a notebook from his fanny pack, and flipped through it. We're conducting a study on primitive planetary data, he explained, his eyes never leaving the page. We take samples. Sometimes we make mistakes. Sneedle ate a cactus last week. That didn't end well. There was an awkward pause. Lucy felt her pulse finally slow as the utter strangeness of it all washed over her. If she was dreaming, it was the best dream she'd ever had. If she wasn't, she was in the middle of the weirdest science fiction movie of all time. Can you? Please, can you at least help me with my Wi-Fi? She heard herself ask, the question tumbling out before she could stop it. It's been lagging all week, and I have a project due tomorrow. If you have a technology that can cross the galaxy, maybe you could fix a router. Blorp brightened, literally. That, we can certainly do. He held out a squishy-looking pod that glowed blue and fizzed in his palm. The pod emitted a pleasant aroma, like minty electricity. Blorp bounced toward her desk and surveyed the jumble of wires, tapping the router with his pod. The light flickered. Lucy watched as the router sprang to life, its lights dancing in impossible patterns. Her laptop screen flashed, and suddenly, instead of her usual login, a series of windows began popping up, all in strange looping script. Sneedle clapped two hands together, delighted. There, upgraded. Welcome to the Interstellar Network. Lucy blinked. What just happened to my laptop? Blorp peered over her shoulder, antennae drooping sheepishly. We may have overclocked your local connectivity. Just then, a soft ping sounded from her screen. A message appeared, written in perfect English this time. Hello, Earthling. Love your cat videos. Lucy's jaw dropped. Mime, my Wi-Fi is talking to me now. Sneedle patted her shoulder, which sent a shiver up Lucy's spine. It's not talking. It's just interconnected. Multiverse bandwidth can be chatty. More messages flooded in, some in emojis, others in odd symbols, and at least 3 offering her coupons for zero-gravity pizza. Somewhere, a teen on Saturn wanted to know if she liked sand gems. Whatever those were, Lucy laughed, a high, almost hysterical sound, and wiped tears from her eyes. This was insane. Completely, utterly insane. But she wasn't scared anymore. In fact, she felt a strange, bubbly excitement unfurl in her chest. Do you guys do this often? She asked, looking from one alien to the next. Just pop into bedrooms and eat homework. Blorp shrugged, looking almost bashful. We try not to. Last week, we visited a planet made entirely of cheese. It got messy, though not as messy as Sneedle passing the cactus. Lucy grinned, warmth flooding through her. These weren't scary invaders, maybe crazy, or they were, well, a little lost, and maybe a little lonely. She found herself wanting to keep them around, at least for a while. Can you help me with my next assignment? She teased. If you can do algebra, I bet you'd ace my science project. The aliens exchanged a look, their features folding into something like a smile. We'd be delighted, said Sneedle. And he picked up her notebook, squinting at the diagrams. Though our understanding of quantum mechanics might be, well, a bit advanced for your curriculum. They spent the next hour sprawled across Lucy's bed, Surrounded by open textbooks and glowing pods, Blorp argued with her over the correct way to balance an equation, his antennae twitching with every wrong answer. Sneedle explained black holes, using a pair of socks and a flashlight. Kevin, the tallest and quietest, drew her a map of the galaxy using her geometry compass and half a stale cookie. For the first time in weeks, Lucy felt lighter. She forgot about her embarrassment, about Miss Carter's stern face, about the relentless thrum of deadlines. The world outside faded, leaving only the gentle hum of intergalactic voices in her laptop and the soft, silly laughter of friends, somehow friends of sorts, who weren't even from her planet. But peace was short-lived. A sudden, sharp crackle of static filled the room, making the aliens stiffen. The laptop screen fizzed, and a new message appeared. Unauthorized data transfer detected. Authorities en route. Prepare for interrogation. Blorp's eyes went wide. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. We triggered the network security protocols. Lucy's heart stuttered. What does that mean? Are we in trouble with the authorities? Kevin slid off the bed, moving with a purpose she hadn't seen before. We'll handle it, Lucy. Stay behind us. The green light in the room dimmed as the air thickened, shimmering with strange energy. A swirling portal appeared near the window, and a pair of stern-looking tentacled beings stepped through, their uniforms covered in blinking badges and official-looking patches.